your destiny. TheorySabers.com.
There was I love dinosaurs. Like that's just a thing that I've always loved.
Yeah.
Do you remember when the High Republic trailer came out and there was like the list of ideas and like dinosaurs was one of them? Do you remember that big whiteboard where it was like all idea? And I was like, oh no, that whiteboard haunts me sometimes, man. Some of the ideas there.
So you want to bring that up? Old Republic whiteboard. I'm sure there's a photo of it somewhere. Oh, High Republic. Yeah. High Republic whiteboard. Okay, what do we got? Authentically lived in, surprise, diversity, actual ending. Actual ending? What the fuck is that? Feelings. Okay, relatable characters. Sweeping epic humor. Star Wars, not pro-war. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Droids, scope, mythic, space, and lightsaber battles. No single main character.
Interesting.
Okay, yeah, let's...
Instead, we get two of the same character for the Acolyte.
The Force. Well, I guess that's subjective, depending on who's writing it. Complicated monsters. And I've never actually read this board.
Really?
No, I didn't waste time on it.
Interesting to read it at the end of the run.
Interesting, yeah. Star Wars Wishes? Oh, I guess this would have High Republic.
Yeah, that's where the dinosaurs were. I think that is a bad idea. I go to Star Wars for cooler monsters like that don't exist. I go to Star Wars for escapism. Like,
well, they're probably gonna put like what were those beasts in the gosh darn in Dawn of the Jedi?
The beasts.
They were flying around on them. I can't remember the name.
I don't know.
Chat, can you help me?
That would be cool. A Jedi with like a dragon.
Can't remember the name. Anyways, university, representation, diversity.
So they have diversity twice.
Fuck off. Like, honestly, like, why is that part of a story? And I'm Middle Eastern, like 3/4 Middle Eastern. I don't need diversity. Just tell me a good story. Make it an alien. I don't care.
Yeah. You relate to
care.
You know, you don't have to relate to a character that you don't look like. That's not.
No, I don't give a shit. Make it a girl. Make it a whatever. I don't care, man. It's so frustrating. These people are like, in order for a story to be relatable, you must have the character to look exactly like the person reading it. Or like, fuck off. No, you don't. It's a human goddamn journey where I believe we're all just like, our souls are just thrown into a meat suit and we turn out the way we turn out physically, but it's on the inside that makes us, unique. But at the same time, we're all on this freaking planet together and we're trying to figure it out. So make the story and the journey of the character's arc, the hero's journey, trials and tribulations, make that relatable. Fuck off with this representation, diversity bullshit, because it's not working for you. Just make it about a good story. I don't care if Luke is blonde. I don't care if he's a guy. I don't care if he's a girl. I don't care if he's an alien. It doesn't matter. Just make it a good story that I can relate to as a human being going through this life. Having a shit story, but it being, oh, it's because the person's black, or it's because it's a girl, or it's a guy, or I don't like, what the fuck? I don't care about that. It makes me so frustrated. They're focusing on such nonsense instead of just telling a good story and letting the human, like, for God's sakes, I had more compatibility with Toy Story than I did with any of these new Star Wars projects. And those are freaking toys that talk. Goddamn, Wall-E made me feel more representation because it goes through so much stuff that maybe I went through. It's just so frustrating to see these people getting paid millions and millions of dollars to go through what they think is Star Wars and continuing George's story and putting fucking representation and diversity on the board twice and having that be the main centerfold of telling a story. Like, piss off. I don't need that. Tell me a good story. That's it. I don't care who the conduit is of this story being told. They're focusing so much on the goddamn conduit, the avatar. No one cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Rey is difficult to relate to, not because she's a girl and because I don't look like her. She's difficult to relate to because she doesn't have like any big defining hardships in her life. Obi-Wan is a character that I relate to on a big level because he is defined by his mistakes. He looks for the lessons in his mistakes eventually, which is the whole point. Like, the whole point of the Kenobi trilogy, which I think would have been such a great idea, is how does someone analyze their mistakes and come to terms with them and then learn from them to become a better individual, a better human being?
Yeah.
But if you don't give a character these things that they have to learn from, if you make them instantly good at everything, there's an issue there. But with The Force Awakens, it does something that makes you think it's going in that direction, where it sets up Rey and the character wants something. She wants family. She wants acceptance. That's something that we can all relate
All
to.
of us. Yeah.
But when she doesn't struggle to attain those things that she wants, like the rest of us do, because we are human and we have to fight and work and do things we don't want to do to, get what we want or be the people that we want to be. So
Yeah.
when a character doesn't have to do those things, it's very easy not to relate to them. Not because they're a girl, but because of how they're written. Not even how they're acted or
Yeah.
performed. Like, the toughest thing to overcome as an actor would be the bad writing. Like,
Mhm.
it sinks actors. And I think Daisy Ridley is a pretty good actor.